Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. My name is Connor. In this video, I'll be sharing an update around my gaming thesis, which I shared around 1 month ago right here on the channel. At that moment in time, I shared a few gaming and NFT coins, such as PENGU, the Pudgy Penguins coin. It was trading for around 1 penny a month ago when I shared it. It's now over 3 cents, over a 200% gain. But the thing is, most gaming and NFT coins are still in their accumulations. So in this video, we'll be revisiting the gaming thesis and talking about if it is still worth to pay attention to these gaming coins which haven't taken off yet. And we'll also be taking a look at a few low cap gaming coins which do have really high growth potential. Let's get into the video. Now, a lot has changed since I made this gaming video on the 13th of June, around 1 month ago. During this time, I was talking about how this company, Sharplink Gaming, announced a plan to build an Ethereum treasury. Well, since that time, Ethereum has broken out, and SBET, or Sharplink Gaming, has become the largest ETH holder among corporate entities. They are currently holding around 280,000 Ethereum. They've doubled their allocation essentially from around 1 month ago, because 280,000 Ethereum, we can take a look. They're holding 208,706. That is $887 million, almost $900 million. Sharplink Gaming is holding now in ETH to build their corporate treasury. And like I said, a month ago they had 425 million. Now they're at around 900 million. They've over doubled their treasury. They're scooping up ETH. And with that, we are seeing Ethereum versus Bitcoin start to outperform. And when Ethereum versus Bitcoin starts to outperform, as you can see, this weekly candle just continues to push. That bodes well for all altcoins. You need Ethereum outperformance, whether you're holding memes, gaming coins, AI, real world assets. They ain't gonna pump more likely than not if Ethereum is not outperforming BTC. One other major metric to look at for altcoins, gaming coins, any of them, is Bitcoin dominance. And Bitcoin dominance, as we can see, for the 4th straight week in a row is now dropping. We do have weekly time frame bearish divergence, higher time frame bearish divergence. There is a very good chance we are seeing Bitcoin dominance topped out. And when Bitcoin dominance tops out, that just means we see a major rotation out of the capital, out of the money in Bitcoin into altcoins. This happened in 2021 when we saw a drop above 70%, down below 50%. Now we're looking for a drop from 66%, the recent high, down to around 50% again. And maybe we do hit the macro targets around just below 50%, around 46%. Regardless, it does look like it's starting, which means that we're going to see a crazy period of altcoin outperformance. And I do still think gaming coins are worth paying attention to. Now, in this video, I also mentioned PENGU, right? PENGU at that time was trading for 1.1 cents. If you just take a look at the chart now, this thing has exploded. All gas, no brakes. It's left everyone in the dust who did not believe, right? We can see here that this token, from the time of that video in the middle of June, it went from around a penny up here to 3.3 cents. It hit the yearly open, which I said was a target in this video. So congratulations. Look, here we go. 3.3 cents yearly open. Congratulations to anybody that made money on PENGU. Great job following it and sticking with it. However, the rest of these gaming coins haven't moved yet. So let's talk about them. So just getting into it now, looking at the top gaming coins by market cap, the GameFi index, it's starting to move, right? We can see that the big players, the big gaming projects like Immutable X, building a gaming network, it's up 27% on the week. Other ones like Gala Games up 21%, Sandbox up 24%. So the large cap gaming coins are now starting to move, but that's really just a culmination of Ethereum gaining more dominance and Ethereum pumping. And all of the altcoins do have a positive effect with Ethereum starting to do well. But the thing is, many of them really haven't moved, right? Look at Axie Infinity. I mentioned Axie in the last video. So Axie is currently trading for $2.59. In the video, the gaming video that I was talking about recently, it was trading for $2.70. And look at what I had to say right here about the Axie price. All right. Now, it didn't fully hit its level over here, just below $2. However, I don't think it will at this point in time. If it does, that's a very obvious buy, okay? Anywhere in this green zone that starts from $2.16 down to $1.40, this is a very, very strong higher time frame weekly demand zone. And there's a more refined level from $1.82 up to $2. It never got hit. It just got filled here in April. Well, lo and behold, what happened? We came and we hit that level at $1.90. We dropped below that $2.08 low into the prime weekly demand area, and now we are starting to see what appears to be a higher time frame reversal, right? We also had that double bottom on the weekly time frame with price making the lower low and the RSI making the higher low, signaling that the trend, the bear trend, is shifting. It's getting really weak, and the bulls are going to take control. So this thing is still floored out, in my opinion. The targets are still in play. Okay, so it's worth mentioning in this video as well. It came and it hit that really prime demand zone. It looks ready for takeoff. Okay, still have conviction in AXS if anybody is wondering, and I think the other ones in the video that I mentioned are going to do well too. But let's talk about some lower cap gaming coins now, because these are high market cap coins, right? This thing's $430 million. Let's talk about some sub 100 million, some sub 50 million gaming projects. Particularly, we want to focus on the new gaming coins, because the new ones tend to pump the hardest. Also, gaming coins don't really have great tokenomics, so we want to catch them when they're really hyped up, and that tends to be when they are brand new. So one I want to talk about first is going to be Guns. Okay, this is the token from Off the Grid, essentially. Okay, if you guys aren't familiar, Off the Grid is a really, really popular new blockchain game, and it is a battle royale, and a lot of people are playing it now, and there's really, really good reviews about it. Anyways, Guns is trading on Solana, and it is a newer coin. As we can see, this thing launched only in March of 2025, March 31st. This thing's a baby, right? It's 3 months old or so. This is what we want to focus on for the highest growth potential gaming coins, the brand new ones that have actually built a good product. People are playing it. People are leaving positive reviews. This is worth paying attention to. Now, if we go look at the Guns price chart here, let's go look at this here. This is the total crypto cap. So this takes into account all exchanges. What's happened here on Guns? As we can see, it launched on March 31st, on Monday. It had the initial pump, and then it just fizzled out with the market not really doing great during this period. It bottomed in June when we had the whole Trump-Elon fight and the whole Middle East war starting to escalate. All of that fear, that was the bottom of the market. And we've seen this thing make its first impulsive wave up and go through its first pullback now. It's now in a consolidation range. So being that I believe the trend has now flipped bullish, this is the start of the reversal, and this is just the first consolidation, in my opinion, before another rapid wave up higher. Okay, I think that this one is going to perform well. Okay, anyways, in terms of potential buy areas, look, if it does break this range low, I would just be looking for this previous resistance level around 2.8 cents, okay? If you see it fall below this range low, these are prime buying areas below 3 cents, because in my opinion, I am looking for this thing to finish this accumulation or this consolidation and then break out higher again. So being that this is a low market cap, 32 million right now, it does have high growth potential. Guns, check it out. If you want, go try out the game so that you actually can see what I'm saying in terms of all the positive reviews left by players. And anyways, new gaming token on Solana, check it out. I think it could do well. Totally unsponsored as well. Now let's go ahead and move on to another lower cap coin. This is going to be one on Arbitrum. This is Treasure, all right? And the token is going to be called Magic. Now this market cap is $53.6 million. And this is another one that has started to pick up recently. This is a AI gaming hybrid project. Okay, this one's been on Arbitrum for a bit of time now, but they are doing a great job incorporating AI in terms of AI and gaming together. And that's a hot narrative. Okay, we've seen that do well in the past. Treasure, really big project on Arbitrum, low market cap right now. And if we go look at the Magic token price, well, we discussed this short on a live stream. Shout out to Topi, right? When it was pumping, he asked me about a short, and we identified it had touched the daily 200 EMA in this supply zone on the 2-day time frame, this supply area. And we set up the short on stream, right? This has resulted in a beautiful little trade on the short time frames, or the lower time frames, right? You can see a 20% plus drop. But being that this thing has broken structure in terms of our trading strategy, right? We had the previous swing high, it broke structure, okay? When we close above a previous swing high, we want to buy the pullback. That's the plan. Where do we want to buy the pullback? In a key liquidity level. So for Magic, we have this order block left behind the fair value gap coming into play just below 16 cents. Dropping into this level would provide a great entry in terms of risk to reward, and we're looking for a big expansive wave higher. All right, the first target would be 30 cents. In my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing make a pretty violent run back up. Targets would be yearly open at around 40 cents. You have highs around 73 cents, and then you have the big $1 level. All right, it could run to $1 again. Maybe it doesn't reach that high and it just hits these targets lower. Regardless, we're talking about 300%, 400%, 500% gains here for this project. So there's money to be made 100%. Set your alerts for around 15.5 cents. That's our key buy level here on Magic and Treasure. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to one more coin here, and we're going to focus on another newer coin that really has been, it's just been beaten to a pulp. Most gaming coins have just been beaten to a pulp. Now they're sitting at fair value prices and market caps. They were crazy overinflated previously, but being that they've been beaten to a pulp so badly, they're actually sitting at decent valuations now. So the next coin we're going to talk about is Heroes of Mavia. All right. This has a market cap of sub $10 million, $9.4 million. Now, Heroes of Mavia, it's a mobile game, all right? And when this thing first came out, it's been out for a little bit of time now, as you can see, from February of 2024, so around a year and a half. Time flies. But this is a mobile game, and when this thing first came out, you just heard the reviews by gamers talking about how it's the best game to play and it's so much fun, and they see it gaining so much traction, all of these things from real players sharing their reviews on this game. But the problem was that basically the valuation of it was just so overinflated, and the tokenomics really, really favored the insiders. Okay? So this was the result of that. Let's go to the weekly time frame. The result of that is a drop of 99%, from $10.80 down here to 10 cents, right? 99% drop. Now, this thing is for sure in a bottom accumulation. This is the daily time frame chart. It's dead in the water. Let's go to a chart that shows our volume so that we can see the increase in volume. All right. Here's our Bybit spot chart, daily time frame. Look at the volume, right, of this consolidation. Volume is really, really, really low. Starting to pick up now with the price creeping up a bit. We have some buying volume come in. This is a good sign out of the bottom, okay, out of this bottom accumulation. This thing is so dead, it's so beaten down that it could violently pump up higher. For example, just looking at this, right, looking at this high over here, 61 cents. The daily 200 EMA is at 50 cents. In my opinion, this is a target currently, all right? I would not be surprised to see a big pump up, and this would result in a pump of around 150 to 230% just to these first levels. Now, if this thing makes it back up to the yearly open, you're looking at a 5x in price, right? It's going to be a really big move if it does make it back up here to the yearly open, almost a 500% gain. And this would just come and touch this previous bottom of the range. Anyways, Heroes of Mavia. It's heavily discounted. It's been beaten to a pulp, and it could be worth of a play. It could be worth a play off of the floor down here. Check it out. Do your own research. But these are some lower cap gaming coins that I'm seeing. Overall, the thesis is still intact with crypto gaming. I do still think it is a narrative that whales will choose to push at one moment in time. You have Joseph Lubin, a co-founder of Ethereum, the founder of Consensus. He is now on the board for Sharplink Gaming, right? Sharplink Gaming has been buying Ethereum from the Ethereum corporation themselves, or I should say the Ethereum Foundation. So anyways, still bullish here. Everyone's counting gaming out. Go watch what other people are saying about crypto gaming. They're like, oh yeah, it's down so bad. I wouldn't even pay attention to it. Yada 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 yada. It's the perfect storm to see a comeback from nothing, out of the ashes. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you bullish on gaming? Are you holding any gaming coins? Or are you focused elsewhere in the crypto market? Drop a comment down below. So in this video, we gave an update around the crypto gaming thesis. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made some gains with the PENGU call from last month, congratulations. Smash that like button and let me know in the comment section down below. But if you enjoyed this one, smash that like button, share it with your friends. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, smash that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I'll see you in the next one.